You won't care, but I'll tell you anyway. Fallout New Vegas has been out for over 10 years now. Damn, do I feel old. And there have been countless videos about getting the best start to your Mojave adventure. Everything from useful loot pickups to helpful glitches. But all of this led me to a simple question. What's the most versatile way to start New Vegas? Can you create a save file that serves as the perfect starting off point for your next adventure, regardless of playstyle? I set about to figure this out with the following criteria. 1. Don't get over-leveled. Reaching level 50 in the starting area is very possible, but it takes forever and ruins the fun. So for this experiment, we want to gain enough levels that we get some useful benefits without trivializing the rest of the game. 2. Prioritize perks that are useful regardless of playstyle. So we won't choose any perks that are specific to guns, energy weapons, etc., focusing instead on those with general purpose and quality of life. 3. Perks that persist when you respec at the edge of Goodsprings. Of course, we're going to abuse the respec glitch as you exit the tutorial area. Most of the level 2 and 4 perks will be lost at this step, but there are a few you can keep, and most, if not all, of the L6 and higher perks will also persist. So by choosing the right perks, we can have a bunch of free perks when we set out to the Mojave. Number 4. Perks with unusual requirements. For example, perception is necessary for a few really good perks, but it's fairly useless otherwise. So it would be great to pick up these perks for free, then redistribute those points to more useful stats. See where we're going with this? Okay, to get started, you'll want to create a new character and choose the following special stats. This will ensure we can complete all the steps to perform the infinite XP glitch and unlock all the perks we want. Choose 3 strength, 6 perception, 6 endurance, 5 charisma, 8 intelligence, 6 agility, and 6 luck. Most guides will tell you to use 10 intelligence, but since we'll respec later anyway, we can use those points elsewhere. For your tag skills, be sure to choose barter for check glitch and repair and survival for the first 2 perks. For your traits, be sure to choose skilled. This will give you +5 to all your skills. It can be picked up again as you leave Goodsprings for another +5, and a third time in the sink for a total of 15 points to all skills. What a deal! Be sure to loot all of Doc Mitchell's house because it's tradition. While you're at it, repair that SMG and make some stims. Lastly, as you leave Doc Mitchell's house, be sure to choose hardcore mode. It shouldn't drastically affect the next steps, and you can always disable this after you leave Goodsprings. But if you want the hardcore achievement, then you'll need to choose this option from the start. Again, this is a save file suited for any playstyle. Plenty of videos have covered this in depth, so we'll be brief. Buy a Silence 22 and some ammo from Chet. Talk to Sunny and do some target practice. Take off the training wheels. Talk to Joe Cobb to start Run Goodsprings Run. Kill Ringo. Tell Joe Cobb you killed Ringo. Kill Joe Cobb. Now, we get to the heart of this video. Shaking down Chet for free XP. Every time you do the speech check, you'll get 23 XP. Here are the perks you'll be targeting as you level up. Light Touch and Old World Gourmet are both a bit situational, but there are very few level 2 and 4 perks that persist when you reset at the Goodsprings boundary. You could choose to take Swift Learner instead, which would speed up the leveling process, but then you'll be losing it when you respec, so I don't recommend it. Supposedly Cannibal also persists when you leave Goodsprings, but it's not very useful. There are 2 levels of toughness, and you'll want to take them both. The Professional only affects one-handed weapons, so you may not use it in every build, but it's a great perk and you'll probably want it anyway. Since it requires 70 sneak, this is another great opportunity to get a perk for free and reuse the points elsewhere. For a more general purpose alternative, choose Strongback. Hit the Deck is another great quality of life perk. With this strategy, you can get the bonus 25% against explosives and reinvest those stats elsewhere when you respec. Sniper and Better Crits are both great perks, but they require 6 perception. With this strategy, you can get both without carrying 6 perception through the game. However, These are also both a bit situational. Sniper only affects VATS targeting, so it may not be useful for every build. If you want something more general purpose, choose Light Step instead. Damage from mines is somewhat mitigated by Hit the Deck, but it's up to you. Better Criticals only affects critical damage, so if you happen to run an explosives build, this one won't help you. But again, getting better criticals without burning extra points on perception is a huge benefit. If you want an alternative, go for Bloody Mess. Jury Rigging is another obvious choice, great for all builds. This one is unique. If you're concerned with conserving points, you may not want to dump all your points into repair now when you can pick up some skill books later. So this is a great way to get the perk early. Explorer might be the main reason I made this video. It's a great quality of life perk and saves you from looking up wiki maps whenever you're navigating new territory. Plus, it takes effect for all of the DLC. And having it at the start of the game, as we do here, means we get maximum benefit. If you've played New Vegas 100 times and don't need this perk, why are you watching this video? Anyway, Grim Reaper's Sprint and Light Step are good alternatives. As you level up, be sure to keep an eye on the next set of skill requirements. 45 Repair at level 2, 45 Survival at level 4, etc. Once you've allocated all the necessary points, I recommend getting Barter up above 90. This will ensure we get a good profit selling back all of the leather armor Chet gave us. Lastly, focus on Lockpick. From start to finish, this took me about 2 hours. You'll quickly realize that you're over-encumbered with all the leather armor that Chet gave you. So your first order of business is to sell it all back to him. Such a helpful guy. If you got your barter up above 90, you should get 50 caps for each leather armor. Generally, you can sell 100 leather armors for 5,000 caps every 3 days. If Chet has less than 5,000 caps, you can buy some stuff to make up the difference. You can also sell a few to Trudy each cycle. Doing this on hardcore is a bit tricky, since you have to manage your hunger, thirst, and sleep each day. Food is easy to acquire. Steal it or buy it. There's a bunch in the gas station where you dealt with Ringo. You can get free water with 0 rads from the sink in the back of the Prospector Saloon. There's also an unclaimed bed in a trailer behind the Prospector Saloon. Since this requires a bit of walking around, you may want to stash your loot. The crate next to the general store, near the workbench, is safe, and you can drag it to the door of the general store to speed things up a bit. You should end up with around 39,000 caps in the end, which is conveniently enough to use the infinite caps glitch at the casinos in New Vegas. Next, you'll want to clean up a few loose ends in Goodsprings. Loot the Chinese Spec Ops skill book. Loot the 2 Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle caps. Loot everything in the schoolhouse, including the safe. Loot the cemetery, including the snow globe and distinctive cigarette butts. Walk to the edge of Goodsprings, I prefer the water tower near the cemetery, and create a backup save. This will be your template for future runs. That's it. When you step forward, you'll have the option to respec. All 10 of your existing perks will carry over for a total of 20. Just be sure to pick the skilled trait again to get another +5 to all your skills. The next steps are up to you, but I'll probably do a follow-up video with some recommendations. That's it for now, and remember, if you want useful information, you know where to go. Somewhere else.